I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Iowa Speedway, located just 37 miles east of the state capital in the heart of the Corn Belt, where tonight the POG Cup Series will go 75 laps, 66 miles around the 7/8 of a mile short track in the Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs. Hi everyone, I'm Jordan here along with Captain, and we're looking forward to what is destined to be an absolute barn burner here tonight from the fastest short track on the planet. Pirate in the target number 77 comes into tonight's race the defending winner as he won last weekend in Daytona. He's looking to go back-to-back this weekend and enters tonight 7th in points, looking for a big night. A third-place finish at Daytona last weekend was enough to propel Garth and this number 88 Toyota team from Mossy Creek Motorsports to the points lead. We'll see if Garth can get it done tonight and keep his name atop that scoring sheet. Supersoggy in this number 29 car comes into the race, the defending race winner here from Iowa. He scored the victory here last year after a fierce late race battle with the number 57 of Jordan. We'll see if he can double down here in the Corn State tonight. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get him qualified for the Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines have fired here in Iowa, and now for your starting lineup of the Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs.
On pole is the number 11 of Alondo. Starting second is number 57 of Jordan. Third is number 19 of Adam Irish. Fourth is the number 80 of Jerry Chin. Fifth is number 68 of Ricochet. Sixth is number 27 of Creasum. Seventh is number 29 of Soggy. Eighth is the number 44 of Conrail. Ninth is the 67 of Lattimore. And 10th is the 54 of Raspberry.
Alrighty, we have come back to Iowa after popular demand. This race was an absolute barn burner last year. Came down to the last 3 laps to decide who was going to win it. We're here for another round. What do you think we can see out of the day?
Going to see some, definitely some side-by-side, maybe 3 wide, but you got to watch it out of that corner. That wall will come out and grab you.
Absolutely. Alondo brings this field side by side down into the tri-oval. Green flag is out here from the Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs. Even start for the front row.
Yeah, good start by Jordan out there on that outside.
As they head to the back straightaway, Alondo pokes a nose out in front. Irish giving good push. Jerry Chin in there behind Jordan. Still side by side for the lead as they go into turn 3.
Shit. Irish was looking 3 wide almost. He was peeking.
Alondo's going to clear through to the lead, maybe. Yes, he does. Jordan up and into the wall, it looks like, down the front straightaway.
Just a little bit. Getting that arc into turn 1.
Getting that damage, the weekly damage out of the way early as he's going to drop a few spots here. Alondo cleared through to the race lead. Jerry Chen side by side with Jordan and Creasum. They're going to the corner 3 wide for 4th.
3 wide tight, too. That was not a close one. Ooh.
Oh, and there he's into the wall. The season continues for Jordan in that 57 car. Damage on the right side of the vehicle. Dropping back. Here comes Vuko down to the inside. There's last year's winner from Iowa, Supersoggy in the 29 down there on the inside. Battling with Creasum, looking for 3rd. It's Alondo, Ricochet, Creasum, Irish, and Soggy in the top 5.
Another thing that's continuing is the strong rebound of Ricochet from last season.
Absolutely. Had a, well, we'll call it less than fortunate season 2. And so far this season has been absolute money, apart from, when Mello decides to intentionally crash him.
Oh, you know.
But, you know.
Another rebound is that number 27 up in the air last year here at Iowa, currently running 3rd.
He's got a lot to race for. He's the king of getting absolutely screwed out of good finishes in his career. And he's here right now, all over the back bumper of that 68, looking for second spot. You see 21 Master. He was also, 21 Master. The 47 throws me off. Why would you guys make that number change? Was also upside down last year in this race in the same crash. Take a glance back here through the field. There's last week's winner, Pirate, battling side by side with Ant, former driver of his. Nate pushing through on the inside. A couple of race winners from this season so far.
There's your points leader buried deep in this field.
Ooh, yeah. And as you can see, the Iowa Speedway way just battling side by side all the way through the entire field. There's another Midwesterner, brings up the rear. Alondo can't really get away from Ricochet. They're still nose to tail here. Front four all in line. Oh, here's a battle. Jordan making a move on Vuko.
Good move by Jordan to the inside. Was able to get under him as Vuko slipped up out of turn 4.
Vuko gets a little bit loose through the center of the corner. That's going to let the 57 draw a bead. They're side by side down the back. 47 Master and the 08 of Adam. A little bit. Was there
Big
contact
send.
there?
Just a little bit.
A little bit of contact. Sends the 45 up the hill, almost into the wall. Now
he's
he
in
puts
the
it
wall.
in the wall. Adam Garcia in that 08. Different look for that car. Sponsor dropped out last second. Now they're running blank for this weekend. They get around Vuko in that Heineken 45. Boy, isn't that just perfect for the lore of this series. Old Jordan and Vuko going at it once again.
Just need Trumpet up there to get back in there.
Absolutely. Oh, Sean in the wall down the front straightaway.
He hit
was
it.
running
He hit it good, too.
about 15th. Caves in the door just a little bit. Loses a few spots. There's Mello moving down to the inside.
Watch yourself. Don't get turned.
Yeah, careful. Mello was, I believe this, if I recall correctly, Mello turned somebody down the backstretch here last year.
He's been known to do that.
It may have been Ricochet, actually, now that I think about it. Back up towards the front, though. Alondo still leads. Ricochet in second. Now, we saw this from Alondo, let's see, I think it was Martinsville, wasn't it? Where he was leading pretty much the whole race, and then old Brent was a lap down and decided he wanted to turn the race leader. Alondo back out in front again. Looks strong.
Ricochet with a good run. Wow, really good entry. Going to wash up, though.
But that's going to allow him to diamond off the corner. Unless he stays high, which he does, that's going to let Kreisem down to that inside.
Yeah, Kreisem was just able to peek at that quarter panel, and that did not allow Ricochet to diamond it back down, and now he's going to be stuck on that outside. And look who's
Ricochet
in
not
third.
able to attack. Here comes Soggy. This is exactly how he did it last year. Except, granted, it's a lot earlier in the race last year, but Soggy wasn't really too flashy throughout the whole race. After the pit stops went on, he came in, got 4, and just drove through the field. And eventually got around the 57 of Jordan for the lead with 3 laps to go. And that was that. Alondo high off the corner. And he's in the wall. Here comes Kreisem down to the inside. Kreisem side by side with Alondo for the race lead. And they are 3 wide for 4th. Look at that. Jerry Chen down there on the inside. Ricochet dropping back just a little bit. Kreisem has taken the race lead in that Aeromexico number 27.
From the top of the fence last year in turn 3 to the lead this year. What a rebound for this 27.
Can Alondo make a move? Oh, Irish up in the wall. Getting passed by Jordan Adam, 47. This is what we talk about. That wall jumps out at you off the corner.
It's something about this track. It's a fast track, but it's not like super banked, so you're chasing it through the corner and you want to get back in that gas, and it just tricks you. You get up in that. It's hard.
These 24 degrees of progressive banking here at the Iowa Speedway makes it very deceptive to know when you're able to get back into that throttle. But back up at the front of the field, Kreisem trying to drive away, but Alondo's not letting that happen. And Soggy's in there as well. I expected him to die after he hit the wall early in this race. Jordan's still hanging on in there. He's got a lot to race for today.
And Ricochet fell back as well.
47 Master gains a spot on that 57. The 67 and the 08 race side by side behind them now. That's a battle for 9th place. There's the 75 of Julia in there as well. This is a home race for her. Irish dropped a lot of spots. Was battling up there for about 3rd or 4th. Now he finds himself back outside the top 10. There's Mello and Pirate side by side.
Irish is in the wall again.
Buddies. At Aer Lingus, Toyota's got some issues going on.
It is not driving right.
As we take a look back through the field here, Brent was running last a little while ago. He's able to gain a couple of extra spots. There's your Trumpet back there running in last place now.
Remember Sean?
NCD.
Sean was just outside the top 10 when he slammed the wall. And
Did
it
it again.
And now he's all the way back here in last. Bad day for this number 40 team.
Especially considering that they come into this race 12th in points. They were looking to have a strong run to boost them up just a little bit more into that top 10, but right now running stone dead last.
And we're 20 laps into this race, and he's about halfway across the racetrack. I'm not saying lap traffic will be a problem, but
if they keep doing that, they will.
If he keeps running into the wall like that, he might be.
Side-by-side battle back here for 4th place. That's the number 99 3Chi Toyota of Derek Northrup, side-by-side with the number 80 Delta Ford, Jerry Chen, race winner from Papyrus. And once again, this 80 showing speed.
Absolutely.
Every single week.
Currently running 4th right now. That's about where he's been running.
He's entering this. He enters this race 6th in points and comes off of what I believe was a decent run at Daytona. Oh, 24th. My apologies. Qualified 7th, however.
Got into some trouble at Daytona.
Back out front, Kreisum starting to leg it out just a little bit. Alonso not really too far behind, but one slip up and he'll be right there. And yet again, solid is Soggy running there in 3rd place. See the 57 of Jordan there with all the damage there on the side. He is looking for absolutely anything to go his way so far this season. Last place in the last 2 races, finds himself 35th in points. The season 1 champion, not having the best run of things so far in season 3. However, having a strong run right now, looking to get 7th spot off of the 99 of Northrup, who's dropped back just a little bit, and trying to keep himself in contention for this race. There's no race he'd rather win than this race at home.
Absolutely, the hometown. Big race for this number 57. Got his logo on the infield. Big race for him.
Back at the front, Alonso reeling in the 27 of Kreisum. For the lead, this racetrack kind of acts like a slinky. You'll reel them in, they'll leg it out. Reel them in, they'll leg it out. It's just a matter of forcing your opponent into a stake. I hate to say it, but that's almost what it is. This is a short track after all. Race is like a bit like a mile and a half. However, this is a 7/8 of a mile track.
I think the biggest thing is, and you can see it right there, it's the entry. If you can dive it on in there and get close.
Oh, look at that.
It really messes with the guy in front of you.
Derek Northrup bounces off the wall for 10th place back in the field. As Soggy moves to the inside of Alonso looking for 2nd spot. He's going to have it as they go down into turn number 1 this time. Last year's winner from this race, trying to become the 2nd consecutive winner of the Cornfield Classic.
That'd be an interesting fact if you're back-to-back winners at the same track.
Winner of 100% of the races at a certain event.
I don't know if that's happened yet.
It has not.
Yet again, another record for Soggy it would be. Young man's making a name for himself in this series.
He was a rookie last year that went on to win 2 races. That's a record for a rookie, at least since season 1. And now here he is, looking to go back-to-back in Iowa. He's got a fast car, it seems. Adam Garcia with that sponsorless number 08 Ford running up into the top 10. Impressive run for him so far. He's looking for some stuff to start trending his way. He's 25th in points right now. He needs something to turn the tides for his season. Won at Talladega last year.
Got a pretty fast car tonight.
His brother in there behind him, David Garcia, in that T-Mobile, or sorry, not T-Mobile. Oh, I'm going to get shot for that one.
That's
that
a different
AT&T Ford.
Don't get them mixed up.
Trying to move down to the inside of Ant right there to try to put 2 cars for 100 Thieves Racing in the back half of the top 10 here. 3 in the top 10, except for, well, they could have 4, but Sean is indisposed. And it does look like he is still running in last place, with even more damage to the side of that 40.
That thing is just not driving well.
However, he is trying to make a move on Dega in that number 71. Not a great season for Dega so far. Sits 28th in points. Hasn't really had a whole lot to hang his hat on. He had a 6th place finish at Daytona last week. However, he's going to need a little bit more help than that.
Dega's got some damage on the side
cars
of that car too, so he's been in the wall as well. Fish has been in the wall. A lot of these guys with damage. 54's been in the wall. This wall will come out and bite you. You got to be careful. And look at how far Irish just slipped back.
Irish back there running, let's see, Brent
22nd.
behind him. 22nd for Adam Irish. Wow. After running almost just outside the lead, he was running about 4th, I believe.
Vuko's been falling back as well. He's in 17th. After getting a little bit of a tag from the 57.
Getting moved by Jordan. Back up front, Soggy laying chase to the number 27 of Creasem as they approach halfway. Not quite there yet, but the laps are clicking by here at Iowa.
Yeah, these guys are flying around this track. They're setting a good little pace, and these laps are just ticking by.
I do think Soggy has a faster car than the race leader currently, hence why he's reeling him in as fast as he is. But Creasem has been really, really good about taking the lines away from the guys that have tried to attack. Alondo got to his bumper twice and had, I thought, the car to get around the 27, but they've not been able to get by him. Could today be Creasem's day?
Potentially. It has been a very rough one for the 27 in every season he's been in. Even his rookie start was not a great run at Charlotte. I remember that, and so he's just looking to have a good day and leading right now.
It's a bunch of hungry hounds in there behind him.
Absolutely. 29 looking to get to victory lane for the first time this season. The 80 looking to tie the 29 for wins by a rookie, and then Alondo looking for a win. Ricochet, of course, looking for a win since season 1.
There's a real mixed bag of drivers that are looking for their first win that already have wins in the top 10 here. The 29 of Supersoggy's got a win. Jerry Chen's got a win. Ricochet has a win. Jordan has a win, and as do the Garcia brothers running 9th and 10th. Actually, a lot of winners inside the top 10. Wow, only about 3 of them happened, 3 or 4. The lead, or battle for the lead closes in once again. Soggy's driving it in super hard.
I definitely think these two cars at the front are the fastest because you can see that they're separating from Alondo and that number 11. Yeah, Creasem's so good about sticking it to that bottom there. He's so good on that bottom.
He is married to that bottom line.
I mean, that could be it for the race if Soggy can't get around him. I mean, you might win the race.
It's maybe time to use that chrome horn.
He's got chrome on the numbers. Put the chrome on the bumper and move it in.
Alondo, I think, is holding back. This car was faster earlier, but I now believe that he is holding back the 80 of Chen and the 68 of Ricochet, who's looking like he's trying to make a crusade back towards the front here.
I would agree.
All over the bumper.
Ricochet fell way back at the beginning of this race, and I think he cooled his stuff down, so making another charge back up here, and Chen's just always got speed.
So far, it's almost every single week we've seen this 80 car up there contending. Once he got caught up in that catastrophe down the front stretch at Nashville, as much of the field did, which is about one of his only bad runs, aside from Daytona.
Very interesting. You see he's got Delta on the car this weekend. On the hood, it says, keep climbing. That's just been his motto this whole season.
Absolutely.
Always got speed, always trying to get a little higher, and got to win at Papyrus, and might get another one for the end of the season. He keeps his speed up.
Currently leads the Rookie of the Year point standings by, let's see, it's actually exactly 10 points, or sorry, not 10 points, about 12 or 13 points over Salmon in the 37. As Jordan's up the racetrack again, touches the wall. That's going to cost him his top 10 spot probably, as Adam's going to get down to the inside.
Had some contact with the 99 of Northrop into 3, and he just was not able to get it back down and got into the wall.
He's going to come off turn 2 side by side with Adam Garcia. Maybe his teammate will let him in line behind him. I would doubt it.
Yeah, maybe not. I wouldn't think so. Oh, nope.
So Jordan getting shuffled out of the top 10 here on lap 42. As Creasem actually starting to leg it out over Soggy now. Maybe used up Soggy's car.
Yeah, Soggy might have used some stuff up trying to get past him. Impressive run for this 27 so far.
Creasem has been one of the drivers that has paid just so much attention to how he runs every week. He analyzes every single race, always has post-race comments. Unfortunately, most of the time are pretty negative because, I mean, he has reason to be disappointed in his runs. He runs well, and then bad stuff happens. He's had a few breaks in his career where he's gotten, like, nabbed a top 10 or runs really strong, but most of them end in disaster. So I don't think anybody would have any complaints to see Creasem take that 27 Mercedes to victory lane tonight here in Iowa.
And, you know, his post-race comments are negative because it's like, oh, man, I finished, I don't know, 30th. Because, like, Who else going to be happy about that? But
Oh, yeah.
he's always got a positive attitude, and I see it. He's always like, all right, well, on to next week.
Yes, sir. Man that understands his craft. Coming off of an 18th place finish at Daytona in which he led 2 laps. So there's a little bit of a high point for Kreisen there. But he has led them all tonight so far here in Iowa.
He's been running better overall this season. He's just been bringing some faster cars, and GSL as well. They've just been bringing some good pieces.
If I remember correctly, back at the beginning of the season, GSL was boasting some new Mercedes engine program that they have brought, and it looked to be kind of hit or miss, but to this point of the season, with cars running all over the field. But right now, they've got a pretty good short track motor under the hood of number 27.
They're doing pretty good. 29 starting to reel them in.
And Alondo's driven away from the 80 of Jerry Chen, so they've kind of neutraled out here. Lap 47 of 75.
Oh, big
Top
dive
10.
by the 29.
Oh, yeah.
Got to watch that dive, though. You can wash up easily. Oh, as Alondo has an
trouble
issue.
for Alondo.
I can't tell if he went around or if something on that car has broke. It
Headed
caused
to
a
pit
huge
road, whatever
stack up,
happened.
though.
So the Alondo in the number 11 is going to head for pit road. Based on where he slowed down, this is definitely not a strategy call. Something has happened to this 11 car.
Something happened.
Not
I don't
what
know
he
what
needed.
it was. And look at the big gap it gave to these cars back here. Have to see if this is the end of his race, if something broke or maybe just tires. Oh, looks like they're figuring out right now.
Servicing something on that car. Comes into this race 20th in points. This will not be what he needed.
The 08 of Adam also lost a lot of spots. That shuffled a lot of guys up.
Oh, wow. The RJR teammate side by side here. Jordan might not be terribly happy with that number 99 3G Toyota of Derek Northrup. We'll have to see if they want to exchange some bumpers. But it's really benefited David Garcia. He's driven all the way up to 5th place in that number 4 car. Nate driving up towards the top 10 here in that beautiful Canada Dry number 18. Moving out of the inside of 47 Master behind Ant. He's got Adam all over his bumper. Tired in tow. Oh, trouble! Cars up the hill. They save it. That was a lot of contact between the 47 and the 72. Not quite sure what happened there.
It looked like the 72 just checked up in the middle of the corner, and they got lucky that wasn't more.
Yeah, they're very lucky that they're still out there driving around this racetrack. That was a lot more contact than you should ever be able to reasonably get away with. But it's going to benefit Nate, Pirate, and Adam. And Mello's coming too.
You know, I wonder if they might be having tire issues because Nolando in that same part of the track had an issue. Not exactly sure what happened. We'll have to catch a replay of it at the end of the race, but you almost wonder if there's something happening.
It's an abrasive old track paved in 2006, has not been paved since. As Mello moves down to the inside of 47 Master to gain that position, that'll be about the 11th spot. Alondo back out on the racetrack. And look at the gap that he has formed between the front 2 and the rest of the field. Wow. There's Soggy running second, then Jerry Chen is way back there. So Alondo files in actually where he was running on track, just several laps down.
Yeah, 3 down now.
See the 51 of Neo down there on the inside. He's been battling every single week to try to... He's usually just finds himself just outside the top 10. And just every single week scrounges and fights. And it's... Maybe I'm misremembering this, but from what I remember, he just pops into the top 10 at the checkered flag. No sooner, no later.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that Kurt Busch syndrome going on. Always fighting the car and then just kind of can either get into the top 10 or is right around it.
Same thing for Ski in the 37. A couple of these rookies have had the fortune of being able to pop up into the top 10 when it counts, when crunch time is on the line. As you see, Alondo has actually held up the 4 of David Garcia.
Wow.
And David was running 5th.
Oh, that 4 is not going to be happy, and his brother, the 08, isn't going to be happy either.
Yeah, he's right there. As they move 3
still
wide.
Trying to get by.
Ooh, gives him a bump into the corner. doesn't quite turn him.
Got to
And
duck
he's
to the
still behind
bottom.
him.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, but that's going to put him all the way back to 10th. All that progress he made.
All that ground that he gained is all back out the window. But look at these Dodges moving forward out of nowhere. 75, 57, and 18 have all started moving towards the front here a little bit. Lap 58 to 75. Not too many more left to go.
Close to
Zalando,
it.
multiple
And
laps down, continues to fade. Back up towards the front. Still, these two are just duking it out.
at this point, you got to wonder if you got to think that Creasum might have this because of how loyal he's been to that bottom and not slide it up too bad or use his stuff up, but he just has not been able to shake the 29.
This could be an absolutely huge point day for each of these guys in different aspects. Creasum's 22nd in points, looking to get some momentum going and plus get that elusive first victory. Soggy, on the other hand, looking to become the winningest driver in POG Series history, trying to break that 2 mark. There's
Raz.
3 drivers
Raz
that are
has
stuck
3.
at 2. Oh, does Raz have 3?
Raz has 3.
Huh. I'm forgetting his 3rd win because I know he won twice in season 1. I don't remember his win from season 2.
It was I thought it was Darlington. He won.
Oh no, Conrail won Darlington.
That's true.
I think Raz has got 2 wins. I think there's 3 drivers tied at 2. At least 3 drivers tied at 2. Soggy's one of them. Captain's one of them. Pirate's one of them. Raz is one of them. There's a bunch of drivers that are stuck at 2 wins. Soggy's trying to be the one to break through, but Soggy also comes into this race 2nd in points, just 29 back of the points leader Garth. So if he could win this and Garth has a bad day, which it looked like he was having earlier, it could be a huge points day for that 29 crew.
Garth is currently running 21st, so he's been making some ground from almost last, but that's not enough.
Back up at the front, Creasum legs it out a little bit more. It's
Wow.
I think Soggy's got to be he's got to be thinking that he's got to save his stuff just one more time. Let Creasum burn it up out there, and he's going to have one last run at him because there's just about 10 laps to go. David Garcia has pushed his way back up into the top 10 last time they crossed the start-finish line. He's trying to rebound to get some spots back that he was cost by that lapper. But as of right now, Creasum has led them all. Very impressive. But it's not been easy. He's led every single lap. All 64 laps that have been completed here tonight he has been the leader, but it has been a struggle. He's had to battle.
You got to give it to the Creasum, though. I mean, he's been picture perfect on all of these laps. Just keeping it on the bottom. Good runs. He's not driving his stuff too hard. You got to give it to him if he wins this, but Soggy's trying to claw back.
He's cutting those perfect corners. I also just realized that I may have completely made up that stat about leading all the laps. I can't remember if he's led them all, but he's led most of them, that's for sure.
Creasum?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Creasum has not led them all.
Okay, I don't know where I pulled that stat from.
Yeah, Londo was leading earlier.
That's right. That's what made me think of that. I was like, could have sworn Alondo led this race. But it's Creasum now. And with just a handful more to go, it's looking pretty promising for driver 27. Just announced, along with co-commentator and founder of the Bolt Car Series, their online Roblox racing league, that Creasum has retired from driving to focus more on commentary and officiating. But he's definitely still driving in the POG Series, and he is looking to score that first career victory here tonight in Iowa.
Well, he comes to this race and is having a very, very strong outing. He looks very focused. Yeah, it might have relieved some pressure, and this might be the start of something for this 27.
Absolutely. They come back to the start-finish line to see 6 laps to go. Sorry, 7, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, you can just see Soggy behind him. Soggy is sending it in and sliding it up. He's just not having as good of a time as this 27. This 27 is on a rail.
Soggy not putting that car in any sort of jeopardy. A lot of bounce backs, a lot of guys coming from the back to the front. Nate didn't start very well at all in this race. Now here he is running 7th in the closing laps. David Garcia back up underneath the 75 of Julia, trying to bring Pirate with him. A lot of guys trying to salvage days here, just hang on through these closing laps here at the Iowa Speedway, as there's Ant moving down to the inside of his former car owner, Pirate in the 77.
And Mello was another one that started and back there in the back. He didn't start in like the last 5 rows, but he was back there in the 20s, and here he is just outside the top 10.
Mello in need of some good luck. 29th last weekend at Daytona. 20 laps down after being involved in an incident. This battle with Julia and David Garcia rages on.
Yeah, the 7-2 struggling a little bit. He went into one and washed way up the track.
Back up to the front, just a couple more laps to go, just 3 to go. And the gap is getting a little bit thinner, but I don't think Soggy's going to have anything at all for this 27.
If he does, it's going to have to be a monster run and just have to send it into the corner. I don't think you're going to get by passively or on the outside.
3 laps to go. Kreisum still leads this race. He's got a 2-car length lead over the 29 of Supersoggy. Oh, both these guys have got so much to race for in the closing laps of this one.
Absolutely. Both chased in history for themselves.
Off the corner, Kreisum trying to become the first. This is actually no, this stat is incorrect. Dale owns this stat. I was going to say Kreisum trying to become the first driver that was a relief driver during season 1 to score a victory. But Dale was able to score a couple of victories before Kreisum did. However, Kreisum doesn't give a shit about that right now. He's trying to chase victory for himself as he comes through turns 3 and 4 to face the white flag. Just one more lap for young Kreisum, GSL, Aero Mexico, Mercedes, and this whole number 27 team as they go down into turn number 1. Supersoggy is 3 car lengths back. It may as well be 3 miles. As they head off into turn number 3, Kreisum, your waiting is over as he comes off turn number 4. Kreisum, GSL, Aero Mexico, and Mercedes are going to win the Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs. I am so proud of that kid. He waited so long for this.
That's a big win, and as you expected, those last 10 laps were all picture perfect. Didn't get off that bottom at all.
Supersoggy runs second. The 80 of Jerry Chen runs third. Derek Northrup fourth. Ricochet fifth. Jordan finally has something to smile about, a 6th place finish at his home track. Nate in 7th. Adam Garcia 8th in that unsponsored ride. His brother finishes 9th. And Mello somehow gets a top 10. And Neo right there, just like I said earlier, always finds a way to come just right there in that relevant area. Julia lost a few spots in the closing laps.
Garth ended up
what a
20th.
race. Taking a look back, this is the number 11 of Alondo. This is what happened to cause his race to go to pot. As he went off into turn number 1, something went wrong, missed a shift or something. Engine go boom, brought it down.
Something.
Or not engine.
It couldn't have been something too bad because he got it back on track in 3 laps, but something definitely happened to this number 11 car.
Maybe some electrical gremlins. Thank you for tuning in to the 2nd annual Cornfield Classic presented by Jordan Tiegs Designs. Congrats to Kreisum and that whole number 27 GSL Mercedes team on scoring their first career victory here tonight on the 7/8 of a mile short track. And make sure you join us next time when we head to the Michigan International Raceway for the 3M50. We're going to have some red, white, and blue race cars on the track that weekend. You won't want to miss it. But until that time comes, I'm Jordan here along with Captain. We'll catch you next time.